So it's Assata Israel here with another daily docey dose. Another docey dose for the night. That's what I'm gonna call this because I just met this is my third video. But like what's just on my mind is like, because forgiveness is the word, so you gotta be open to forgive for sure. So when I started elevating, I started noticing the people I had around me. And like in me noticing the people I had around me, I noticed how they wasn't really for me. Keeping it real. Cause like if someone is really for you, they gonna want the best for you. More than you see for yourself. So in saying that, when you wrong, they gonna let you know that you wrong. They not gonna just let you be who you are. They gonna help you grow into a better person. And like me personally, I was that person that gave good advice. But it was rare that I had someone around me giving me good advice. And that's when I had to really take a step back away from people. And like, don't get me wrong, I ain't got no animosity towards anybody. But I just know what a friend is. And I never truly really had a friend that was willing to keep it real with me and just like really be a friend. And it's like, no matter how good of a person you are, no matter how much you give to other people, if you don't have that same energy being reciprocated, then you won't ever truly know if you are being a good friend. You won't ever truly know if you are being a bad friend. You won't even truly know if you have friends, for real. And it took me to step back from everyone to realize that. Because it wasn't just friends either. It was family members as well. But one thing about my family members, they kept it real. Like, even though a lot of the things they were doing was projecting how they felt about themselves onto me, they still kept it real with how they was feeling. And that's just what it was. And it was like, it really made me, that's why like, me personally, I don't want friends. I don't want somebody to celebrate my accomplishments with. They didn't help me reach it, so what I'm celebrating with you for? Like, celebrating bringing my birthday in the new year with some friends. Like, you ain't take this trip around the sun with me, so what I'm celebrating it with you for? Like, that's how I look at everything now. Like, it ain't like I said, it ain't no animosity towards anybody. It's just me applying the pressure and loving myself differently so that I can attract better relationships into my life. Like, I said that with my last relationship, that was going to be my last one. Because it is. That was honestly and truly my last relationship. Because now in my life, the only thing I'm accepting is partnerships. I don't want no relationships. I don't want to have no relations and hop on ships with people. No. Only ships I'm hopping on are with my partners. My brothers and my sisters. My kings and my queens. It's just that simple. Like, I don't want no friends. I don't want no situations. I don't want none of that. Like I don't want no boyfriend. I don't want no girlfriend. I don't want none of that friend shit. Like, you can take that friend shit and shove it up your ass. It's just that simple. Like, I just don't want it. Because it's like, a lot of people come into your life and they play a role. You give them that title, they're going to play that role as long as they can. And then the moment that they don't see the benefit in being that with you anymore, they're going to switch up. And that ain't got nothing to do with you. Because every day, people, I'm going to say this. People come into your life for a reason, a season, or a lifetime. Every day that they in your life, they show you who they are and what they in your life for. But it's up to you to use your discernment to distinguish whether or not they in your life for good or bad. Whether they in your life constructively or destructively. Because a lot of people that's in your life destructively, they're going to feed off your energy. And they gonna harness that, and they gonna utilize that so that they can come up without you. Trust and believe they're gonna do it without you. And they ain't gonna tell you that they've been stealing your joy. They ain't gonna say that they've been watching you on the low, learning from you. They ain't gonna tell you that at all. But they gonna steal as much energy as you give them so that they can come up and leave you. All because you never seen through their deceit. And then like if you then that's when they gonna test your character and call out your loyalty. Because the moment you say something to them, they can be like, "No, you're not even loyal." Like, and then it's like that's gonna show how hurt. That's gonna show your hurtness, and that's what people be wanting. They be preying on your weaknesses whole time. You gotta. That's up to you to use your discernment. You gotta cut them ties. You gotta set them boundaries ahead of time. Like, cause God gonna show you ahead of time. But it's up to you to use your discernment and cut those ties before you get hurt. Because you gonna get hurt. But it's up to you to cut those ties and set those boundaries so you can watch it. So you can watch it. Watch the hurt instead of experiencing the hurt firsthand. Because when you watching the hurt that you experiencing, you can act accordingly. But if you experiencing that hurt that they've been trying to plot onto you, then you gonna be stuck. That's the lesson that you gotta learn. That's why I learned to be by myself and be happy with being by myself. Because like for a while, because I got so caught up in having people around me, I had forgot about that. Like, I've been by myself since I was born, for real. I learned to be by myself. I learned to play by myself when I was a kid. I learned to find joy in my own presence. And it's like when I started going to school and started mingling with people, I lost sight of that because I started interacting with other people. I started becoming more reactive instead of passive all the time. And it's like now I'm tapping back into my passive energy to where I only act when I'm called to, not when other people want me to. Wait, I'm only acting when I'm called to, not when other people call me to react. You get what I'm saying? Like, because that's all people that prey on your energy, that's all they gonna want you to do mainly, because it's to react to what they're feeding into you. Because that's all you can do. It's not under your control to act on their plans. You can only react to their plans. And it's like a lot of, and you can't expect people that don't know themselves enough to tell you about yourself. And it's like, that's where we get caught up in relationships and friendships and all of that shit. Like, nah, that shit played out. That shit left with 2020 for real. Like, we in 2022. And being honest, like, I truly would rather be by myself, meeting people, getting to know new people, and being comfortable with releasing them when the time is done, than to have people around me that just want to hop in a wagon that I'm pushing by myself. Like, nah, you ain't want to help me. You didn't want to get in front of it and move the rocks out the way. You ain't want to help me by pushing the other wheel. You ain't want to help me. You ain't want to help me by pulling the handle. You ain't want to help me by pushing. You ain't want to help me by, like, you didn't want to help. When I was asking for your help, you didn't want to help. So now, when the tables turn and you're asking for my help, don't expect me to be there for you. I don't want to be. And it's okay for me not to want to be. Like, it ain't no animosity. It ain't none of that. My time is too valuable to me for me to settle for the friendship that you only want from me. Like, no, that's not cool no more. And if I'm that type of friend to you, then cut me the fuck off. Like, it's just that simple. Don't be afraid to. I'm not going to be hurt. If you feel like a friendship is one-sided, cut me the fuck off. I promise you I won't cry. Like, I literally won't. Yeah, it may sting a little. But it's gonna teach me the lesson that I need to learn in order to be a better friend. It's just that simple. Cause at the end of the day, I'm gonna cut you off. If I'm not feeling that same energy, that same respect. That ain't got nothing to do with you. That's just supposed to nudge you into your journey, into learning how to be a better friend. Or be a better person. Like, fuck a friend. Be a better human being. Because how you treat the people around you is how you treating yourself. That's how you treating your family. Like, it ain't no more bare minimum expecting maximum benefits. That shit is fucking dead. I tried. It ain't that. Like, that's the thing. Failures fail to try. Successors do their best by trying. And that's what I did. I know that for a fact. And if I didn't, then I didn't. And I'm holding myself accountable for that. So when motherfuckers spin the block, I know who I am and what I'm in your life for. Cause just like you have to use your discernment to distinguish the people that you have in your life, you have to use your discernment to see how you are contributing to those same exact relationships. Because if you know you ain't giving that person the maximum benefit of your like, if you know you giving a person the bare minimum of your energy, then that's somebody you know you want to cut off for real. That's just a convenient person to have around. And it ain't nothing wrong to cut them off, because you blessing them with more time. Because you realize you taking up more of their time than you see more for them than they see for themselves. Because you see that they deserve more. Because you see the type of friend that you being towards them. So if you want to cut ties, do that. You can explain it to them. But a lot of people won't understand that. A lot of people got to understand by actions. And that's cool. Like, me personally, cut me the fuck off. Because I'm going to cut you the fuck off. And I ain't going to cry. Like, it just is what it is. Like, I lost too much to be attached to people, places, and things that don't serve me. Like, I'm done with that shit. Like, I deserve better, and so do you. And it's just that simple. But I'm gonna leave it at that because my voice is getting higher, and it's peace and love.